Alright, Chapter 4, Creating Sheets and Printing. Your delivery product, give it a 7 with the construction of the document specifications, name with the review for the application for the U with the procedure for the construction document strung with in the area. Unfortunately, when you're with the marketing campaign with the relay with the Autodesk architectural software, all you show with the huge skyscraper realistic renderings, and of course you see with the slide with the architectural handling of the model with the contract with the contractor handling it out to the owner. Don't let get me wrong, all this stuff is good, but most powerful the feature for the Revit, the architectural ability for the create the sheets. When I think about the standout feature for the between 4:30 and an afternoon job going out with the door at 5 o'clock, you never go back for the drafting application after you use Revit at the 11th hour, creating, populating, sheet with the modifying review report, adding revisions of the sheet, adding project parameters, creating, generating a cover sheet, painting Revit architectural, creating and populating sheet with the first part with the job with the focus with the creating of the demonstrate with the populate with a view, with although completed with the task back in chapter 11 scheduled tags time to drill into the outs for the sheet creation. Luckily, with created populated sheet, Revit hold the two the form of the whole have the starting a different drawing with a model simply reference together to create sheets with the mouse creating other views because of the all the sheets are in a view. The sheet goes with a one step further locates the sheet with collects all other views by purposes of printing. Objective to do with the following procedure to create a new sheet with the get started with the opening file along with the chapter of the 14 from the website project browser. Scroll down until we see the sheet category shown in figure 14.1. Right click sheets and new sheets. New sheet. Select title block area with the new sheet dialog box E130 by 42 horizontal title block. Click OK. Congratulations, you have the blank sheet, and you can now you'll add views by using click and drag method on View tab. Glue grid is shown in figure 14.2. The guide grid dialog box called with a 30 by 42. Click OK. Select glue guide grid, drag into place with the blue grids. Guide grid still selected, changing space of 3 inches. In project browser, find with the dependent view with the level 1 west shown figure 14.3. Pick view, hold down, pick button, drag view on the sheet. View is centered in the sheet. Let's go pick up the button, following the curve, follows your cursor, try to align the lower left hand corner of the viewport with the guide grid. Then click OK. Doing so, place with the view on the sheets. And this is how to populate sheets with Revit. Quite departure of the cab. One that's nice. Detail of the title is shown with a scale will never be incorrect. With the next step is being renumbering the sheets with a correct logical order sheet organization. If you have the following along with the book, you have already have sheet numbered A101. It would be nice to give the sheet with a new number starting with the sequence over to Revit that lets you do that. Goal of the next procedure: change the sheet numbering to add with more sheets along with allowing Revit to number sheets so sequentially created with the following step. With the project find with the A101 unnamed, right click so rename the figure 14.4. Change the sheet name West Wing level 1. Click OK. Right click sheets all and create new sheet. Make sure with the number 102. Your project browser should now resemble the 14.5. With sheets organized, you can now proceed with the create more as you do see what they do show. But not only do the sheets number themselves, but all of the section elevation calls out being read, reading appropriate sheet designation, project dragging level 1 east dependent view on the new sheet with the project browser. Double click A101 sheet open view notice for the view reference next to the match line is filled out with appropriate designation. Double click 102 will open the view again. Project browser A102 but it was still unnamed. The next procedure to describe it a different way to rename and renumber the sheet. A102 open views and right side of the view is shown figure 14.6. Select title block of the turns to blue with the remember any of the turns to blue. Modify text of the project name with no experience type no experience required. Click the text unnamed east wing level 1. Create another sheet with 30 by 42 horizontal title block number A201 name. In large plans add 30 by 42 grid guide. Drag the following views on the sheet: the typical elevator shaft, typical men's laboratory, typical women's laboratory. Alright, now that the first 4 plans, typically in large plans, on the sheet, let's move to adding detail created. If you have enough experience with creating a sheet with adding views, go ahead with the procedure on your own. New sheet with the number to A301 building section, adding your views east quarter, section west quarter, section west training, west wing south wall section. Your sheet should look like 14.8, and if you look at the assistance putting each section together, following along with the procedure. Project browser, right click sheet category, new sheet with the A13042 horizontal title block. Click OK. Project browser, right click new sheet. Select rename, give new sheet A301 name building sections. In property dialog box 3042, guide with the project browser section, building section, category, drag section, east corridor section on the lower left corner of the sheet. Drag the section called the west wing training on the sheet with the right over the east corridor section. Drag the section west corridor section on the sheet. Place the upper left-hand corner in line with it directly above the east corridor section. Drag the section west wing south of the wall section right over the west corridor section directly above the section west wing training alignment lines allowed for the place the section work accurately. After everything you have the four section, place it after 301 looking on the figure 14.8. Create a few sheets more with the make of some of the adjustment view with the leaving the sheet. With the next section of the chapter will focus on the property viewport, how to make the live sheets on the make modifications, modifying a viewport, waiting some of the viewport wait a second, isn't a viewport AutoCAD vernacular, but a viewport AutoCAD viewport Revit has two completely different things. Revit will drag a view on the sheet, link copy with a view because of the viewport. When this is what you see when any modification you make with the original view immediately reflected on the viewport, vice versa. See figure 14.9 graphical representation. New procedure of activate the viewport modification sheet with the expo of the element property viewport as an open sheet A301 if it's not already open. Zoom in the report. Viewport west wing south wall section shown figure 1410. Select view, right click, select active view. View activated work on just as have the open the project browser. Select crop region figure 1411 and then shows set the top of the crop region upward so you can see with the entire view. On the view control bar, hide with the crop region, right click deactivate view, right click on the left of the west wing south wall section, and shift the crop region downwards over the entire foundation. Hide with the crop region, right click with the deactivate view. When the view is widened, it comes to the actual title with the move of the viewport totally independent of one another. Following procedure involved with the viewport, moving the view title down to provide some more room. Select west wing south wall section viewport, hold down the pick button, move the entire viewport edge with the alignment. The line may appear with the means with physically in line. Alignment line, release pick button, press escape. Select view title shown figure 1412. Move it down as you move the view title. Snap a line to the title to the left. Now that you have some experience creating sheets, making adjustments to viewports, you can easily create one or more sheets containing sections. The following procedure focuses on creating a detail sheet with the create sheet. When you go ahead with the sheet number A401, name the details you added to the corridor entry section, call out corridor entry section, roof taper section, typical wall termination. You finish your sheet. It looks like 1413. If you'd rather have some of the systems follow along, sheet category, project browser, right-click sheet title, select new sheet A number A401, name of the detailed project browser, drag the detailed wall section, corridor, intersection, place it in sheet all the way to the right, right-click new viewport, activate view, stretch section, bubble down, fits in with the sheet with the right-click on the deactivate view project browser, drag the section, building section into the corridor, entry section on the sheet, top left of the previous section, drag the section, roof tapered section onto the bottom left of the first view, added to the view on your view title corridor entry section shown in figure 1414. Select corridor entry selection viewport, new blue grips on the view title, expand the line, sketching the grip of the right to right, save with the model pan zoom, investigate all of the reference marks starting with the find themselves with the basis on the sheet with the place on the referring views. Note that you now have manipulated the viewport, take the viewport properties. If you think you're glad, you'll be glad to have some of the more properties there are. View properties, viewport properties, just like anything in Revit, the viewports are associated properties. Select with the viewport, click with the properties between when the ribbon and the property dialog box isn't already open. Whichever the following procedure is still look at the viewport properties, make some of the minor modifications. Open the A401 details. If it isn't already open, select the corridor entry section, tall section over the right on the sheet. 3 in property dialog box, scroll down list until you arrive at the title on the sheet shown for 1415. Change the title on the sheet, the section at entry corridor. Click edit type and the type parameters. Choose the view title you using, whether you want to view the title at all. For no, click OK. Zoom in the detail. Notice if the name has changed. You're pretty much exhausted creating manipulating sheets. It's time to explore another sheet function, adding revisions. Okay, adding a revision sheet. Unfortunately, reality producing construction documents, most of it eventually making revisions. CAD normally creates a duplicate file with the shape of the file with the project directory creating the revisions. Only way to keep them from adding revisions, cloud, changing, attributed to the information title like block, Revit, however, giving you revision schedule, meaning to keep the track of the revisions. Next procedure, you add revision cloud, populate with a schedule already built in the sheet with the following steps. Project browser, open sheet A101, annotate revision cloud button, you now see the sketch mode. 3. Place a revision cloud around the plan shown in figure 1416. Modify create revision cloud sketch tab. Click finish and edit mode. On the Annotate tab, by category, pick the revision category. Made a dialog box stating that they don't have the tag loaded for the category dialog box, just load one. Select Annotation Revision tag, pick the revision cloud, it's now tagged. Zoom closer on the title block revision schedule with the first revision added with the revision. Keep it the revision with the modified with the revision scheme that you keep track with the revision schedule. File that long. Review tab sheet, issue revisions, bottom of the sheet with the composition panel dialog box from 1418 opens. In sheet revision dialog box, name of the date with today's date with the description, first floor revisions, add button, new revision date in the furniture description, revised section, click for number, click per project radio button, click OK, project browser, open sheet A301 building section, annotate tab, revision cloud, place cloud around the upper right detail mode on the mode panel, click finish edit mode, click your cloud you just added option, and be sure that the sequence to revised section selected shown figure 1419. On the annotated tab, select the tag by category. Revision tags of the cloud to the schedule of the title block is filled with the appropriate revision relevant to the sheet. Alright, now that you've experienced the concept of how the sheet with the revisions come together, explore with a more and more rapidly populated sheet with the information notes with the tile blocks with your complete empty with a field with the related project information needed included on each sheet with which of the project comes in. Addressing project parameters. Because of the Revit is built on a database and may become that sense of the project name of the project number, edit with the design with a different menu with the CAD file fully attributed with the sheet by sheet with external reference for the title with the black sheet with the information relevant. Revit file with the project information 1 for the information with the database propagates down with the sheets over the winner. Information chain with the down correctly accurate with the object with the Unix procedure is located with the project parameters populated with the model on job information managed tab. The project information shown figure 420, 1420 project property dialog box edit button, energy settings shown figure right of 1420 resulting dialog box allowing to add project geographical information as well as energy date. Let's explore with the information of the XML with the provided information architectural made import with the Revit MEP OK. You'll find on the rest of the information is for all of the project issue date 5/10/14, project status 100%, project name no experience required, project number 2090342, your name. Click OK, open the sheet, open any sheet, examine the title block, all the information should be filled out. You can now populate the information on the sheet before jumping into the printing. You need to cover them one more quick and adding a drawing list. Generating cover sheet. If it goes without saying, with an ingenious method of creating and managing a sheet with a quite perfect, unless you could generate sheet list and put it on a cover sheet. Well, the Revit, of course, you can do this best for the already experienced with the necessary to carry out with the procedure objective to create a sheet list. Add it to a cover sheet file with these steps. On View tab, schedule sheet list is shown figure 421. In the sheet list property dialog box, sheet number, sheet name is shown figure 422. Click the sorting group name or number. Sorting group tab, sort sheet number, select ascending, click OK. When creating schedules, so easily you're probably doing so with a lunch break instead of playing internet games. You'll still be scheduled with the active with a new role, but the role will be constituted filter sheet with the added with the project browser later date. Make sure the sheet list is scheduled with the rows panel with a new button shown figure 1423 called with the new cover sheet A4001. For now, let's keep it the schedule with the project browser. Create with the cover sheet with the can drag with the Unix tile with the block added to the project drag with the draw list on the cover for the step of the application button to the Unix tile block and show figure 1424. Select the E4230 template, click OK. The text panel with the create tab, click OK, shown figure 425. In property dialog box, edit type, click duplicate, click new tag title, OK. Make sure the text font is Arial, change text size to 1 inch, check click bold, click OK. Format panel, click middle button, the point of the upper center of the sheet. After the place of the tag, immediately edit the label dialog box with the label you wish. When you load your cover sheet with the project, add it to the new sheet with the project information populate automatically. Now, and next you'll add all the correct sheets, cover text to the sheet file with the project name, and click add parameter to label button shown figure 426, click OK, label the button, widen the grip so you have now adjusted the label so the center in the sheet is shown figure 427. Click the application, click save it as family, save it where is the title sheet, and click load in project. If you have more than one project open, the dialog box open, you can choose the project below the sheet, if this is in the case of the no experience with the acquired project with your working on the sheet appear with the cursor with the sheet view. Press escape with the project browser. Right-click sheet with the new select new sheet with the new sheet dialog. Title sheet with the new sheet dialog. Placeholder sheet was added to the schedule shown in figure 1428. Click OK. Your tag is populated project information, project browser, sheet list, and schedule with the quantities. Category drag into sheet schedule. Select schedules so that the text is readable with the title sheet with the although not very glorious. Should look like 1429. In most cases, you don't want actual cover sheet to be an item and schedule with the fix with the cover sheet selected. You select a period within the sheet list, property dialog box shown figure 1430. Perfect. You have a handful of sheets. Beauty is don't have it to leave in the model. How to see that these sheets are shaping up. And then Revit, there's always just a way, click away. You'll have all the sheets. So let's explore how to send them to the plotter. After all, you're producing paper construction documents and printing from the Revit architectural. Luckily, quick print, easiest thing that you have in the front and Revit. However, you must consider the dangerous deficit and the default with the printing. I would go into the limb saying with the printing. Revit is too easy. Some case for the procedure will print side with the drawing pay special attention for the warning. This steer clear of the danger following along. Click the application button, select print from the print name, select with the printer you wish to print. But if you're printing a file, you can choose to combine all files of one or more, crop or 8 separate files. Choose to combine into one. If you aren't printing into a file, ignore the choice. For printing range, you can print the current window and visible portion with the current window and choose select the view sheets. In this case, select the view sheets. Click the selection button shown in the lower left of 1431. At the bottom of the view sheet set dialog box, deselect views. Only the sheets are listed. Click all the sheets and click OK. Revit asks you if you want to save the settings of the future print. Click no. Lower right hand corner setting button shown in figure 1432. For the paper choice, for the correct paper size into which you print. For the paper placement, choose the center. Zoom to zoom 100% of size. For options, select hide reference work planes, hide unreferenced view tags, hide scope boxes, hide crop boundaries. Click OK. Your plot is off. Save the file. There you have it. The book doesn't create sheets. The book doesn't create a sheet for every single view. If you feel that you're still lacking experience creating sheet and printing, go ahead and create more sheets and keep printing away until you're competent about moving on to chapter 15, creating rooms area plans. Are you experienced? Now you can create sheets, dragging views, creating viewports, configure project parameters, populate the sheets, creating drawing lists for cover sheet. Chapter 15, creating rooms and area plans.